Yeah, sure. At first, when they asked for my social, I thought that was kind of weird. We all did. We all looked at each other and it was fine, but we all understood it's for something greater, for the glowing orb. Now, years later, we all realize that it was the end of the Social Security program as we know it, and we have no retirement or anything to fall back on.
I thought it was strange when they asked for a sperm sample in my car title, but I never could have. I never thought.
The first time that they asked me to get naked, I thought, okay, this is just like an initiation rite. Okay, fine. But when they started adding the dogs, the fifth, sixth time, that's when things got a little bit too much.
The orb asked me for my social, my fingerprints, my DNA. Fucking have it. I am willing to give back to society in full.
I joined Society of the Glowing Orb. I trusted them. They asked me for my social security number, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And now I have no money, I have no place to live, and it's all because of the Society of the Glowing Orb.
I am living on the streets. It is cold. I do not care. I am totally invested. This is my life.
Some of those instructors, when their orb gets into you for the first time, it's a lot.
Traded blood. We cut off all of our hair. We decided to stay abstinent for the rest of our lives.
When they brought me in to the society, I remember explicitly them explaining the rules to me. The rules of monogamy, of polygamy, of any number of gummies that I hadn't even heard of before. But what I understood was, when I came in with my wife, we think of the orb as a flotation device up to something greater. It lifts us up, and there's only room on the orb for one. When I killed my wife eventually, I knew that was part of what was in the plan for me, and her, and the orb. When the High Priestess instructed you to euthanize your cat, why did you say yes?
I can't comment on that.
Vinny, tell us, what was it like the first time you met the High Priestess?
Oh, I'll never forget the first time. I was invited to go down to an office with her in New York, and I thought this was a little bit strange because I thought that my first meeting with her would be in Orb Central. However, for whatever reason, she wanted to meet here. I did not question at this point. I was 2 years in. I was pretty orbed out by that point. I think pretty orbed out. But so we get to this office, and I meet her, and she seems a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to say I was disappointed, but she seemed a little bit like just another person. She was wearing a business suit, and she asked me to co-sign on an insurance document, and I was a little bit taken aback by that at that point.
If you were to talk to yourself 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself about the orb?
Kill yourself.